Do you like beans? If you answered yes, I got a great meal for you. Let's go over the humanitarian daily ration, a food gift from the people of the United States of America. Hey guys, Lucas here, Adventure Surplus, and today we're taking a look at the humanitarian daily ration. The HDR is a different type of MRE. It's more basic and it's got some specific intent for use and distribution. But there's some pretty cool facts about it because of that and what's going on inside this nice orange packaging. So today we're going to take a look at it, so you have a better idea what to expect if you get some of these, pick some of these up, because it's a really good option for anybody looking to stockpile food for a little shorter duration than your standard MRE, but you want something that's just still really easy to eat and good food. So let's get into the HDR. So the HDR is different than your standard MRE for a few reasons, and mainly its intent and where it's supposed to go and who it gets distributed to. This isn't something for soldiers, Marines, anybody in the field doing, war, whatever you want to call it. This is meant to go to people that are suffering from man-made or natural disasters in other countries. So think of, something happening in another country and the U.S. is going to give them aid. This is a meal that we can drop to those kind of people through airplanes or through trucks, something like that. Get it to them, and now they have food. So it's really easy to eat, and meals are planned around being just easy to eat by pretty much anybody in the world. So when we open this up, we'll kind of see what that means. But because they're meant to go anywhere in the world, they are free of major allergens and free of dairy. And for the most part, there are a few dairy products in there, but it's stuff that you would normally have dairy in the first place. So it's not like it's mixed in everywhere. So these can be eaten by pretty much anybody out there, and they're going to be good to go. And they're going to conform to people that might have dietary restrictions because of their religion or their culture. So it's not halal, it's not kosher, it's kind of in between. You kind of think of it like that, but they're not prepped like that. But they can be eaten by those kind of people because it's food that you're going to see in those kind of places, those kind of environments, those kind of countries. So yeah, that's where they go. That's who eats them normally. That's what kind of makes them so special, is because they're just easy to eat and they're free of all those kind of things that would maybe make it harder to eat by people that really need them. So let's open this thing up and see what's inside so you can get an idea of why they're so easy to eat. Alright, so HDRs come in a variety of menus, and about as many as your standard MRE at the end of the day. But the hard thing is there's no real good way to find out what menu item you have or what menu you have in this packaging. They're not labeled. This is the menu, this is the meal. This one on the outside, we can't match it up to any menus. We've gone through quite a few of these HDRs just for the listing, eating them here to get a taste of what they taste like and all that, and talking to customers that bought these. We've only seen like 2 or 3 different menus, and nothing lines up as far as like markings indicate this or that. So when we open this up, you'll get a general idea of what you can kind of expect with an HDR. It may vary, it may not. It's just hard to tell. But let's open this up and see what's inside. What I can tell you is going to be inside is beans. A good bit of beans. Because beans are easy to eat, and beans are something that most people in any kind of country are going to be familiar with to some extent. So as I go through these menu items, just expect to hear something about beans. There's a little informational card, standard spoon. Let's see what we got here. Strawberry jam. A little accessory pack. We got a meal or some sort. We got banana apple smoothie. Again, remember these are meant for people that are either partially malnourished or eating differently than a standard American is already. So, while this may be something you like, it's something that you might see a lot in other countries. Crackers, your standard MRE crackers. Most of this stuff is packaged differently than your standard MRE stuff, but some of it is packaged the same. We got here sunflower butter, so instead of peanut butter, sunflower butter. Again, keeping away from those major allergens. Oatmeal cookie. Got some standard MRE packaging on this one. This is beans with potatoes. And another meal to go with that, bean salad. So beans and more beans. But again, it's easy to eat by anybody out there. And then more strawberry jam to go on your cracker, go on your cookie maybe even, something like that. Or to mix in with your beans if you're just feeling kind of wild. But yeah, so 2 good meal items. Snack, another snack to eat, breakfast, something like that. You can distribute throughout the day, and some accessories go with that, along with your standard MRE spoon. So pretty simple. Again, this has around 2,000 calories, meant for that malnourished person to eat. It's easy to eat. It can be eaten cold. You don't have to heat this up because it's just beans. It's packed protein, other vitamins, and that goes kind of into the ingredients. I do want to talk about that. Kind of mentioned in the beginning is these don't have the 3 to kind of 10-year shelf life that your standard MRE has. These have more of the 18 to 36 month shelf life. That's just because they're not packed with so many different ingredients, and that keeps it out of, there's no going to be not many allergens. People that might not be used to those kind of ingredients in their food, that super ultra processed food that isn't an MRE, or kind of almost a standard American diet, it's not in there. So shorter shelf life, even though the packaging is very similar, but the ingredients are much cleaner. You're not going to see, you'll see some added vitamins, you'll see some thickeners and some stabilizers, but nothing that's going to keep this thing on the shelf for a very extended amount of time. So when you get these and you're really interested about it, just take a look at the ingredients list. You're not going to see a ton of things that are just made in there to pack it full of stuff to keep it good to eat for a nearly indeterminable amount of time. So yeah, that's what's inside. We're going to get a full shot of this, but pretty simple. It's all easy to eat. This is good for anybody that just needs stuff to add to their emergency ration kind of bags and kits, and it's going to fit in there very well. So yeah, that's the HDR contents. Now let's talk a little bit more about the HDR because it's just a good meal for anybody that needs something basic to add to their emergency list. Okay, so to talk a little more about the HDR, and I really just want to emphasize again, this is just easy to eat food that you don't have to heat up. So it makes the MRE even more easy to have and eat and just hand out to people or to keep stored and ready to go during that worst case scenario. Again, remember that shelf life. So if you pack these things into your bin or box or closet that's prepped for natural disaster, same thing you're doing with the rest of your kit and contents and gear inside that bin or box. You're going to want to verify things are good to go as far as expiration dates. Remember, I got these at this point. They're going to go off soon, so I need to replace them and mix them into whatever rotation I have going on as far as how to take care of food. But yeah, so easy items. These are pretty affordable. It's a little denser as far as package weight than your standard MRE. These aren't meant to be carried around in the field, but you can definitely break these down and carry these around with you like your standard MRE, but it is a little heavier at the end of the day. But it's pretty cool. Now, a neat fact about the HDR is originally these things came in yellow packaging, and they got changed to this nice orange packaging for an interesting reason. The yellow packaging resembled very closely a unexploded cluster bomb munition. So in order to keep people from potentially going and messing with a UXO from a cluster bomb, they changed it to orange, so that way it's a big old differentiation. So that was pretty cool. I think that happened around the invasion of Afghanistan in 2001, when they found out that, oh no, these look a lot like UXOs that maybe we're using or the Russians left, or during the whole Civil War in the 90s, everything like that. But neat fact to know about the HDRs is they're orange because they used to be yellow, and yellow was bad. But yeah, so if something like this interests you, especially for preparing for emergency situations, you just need some pre-packed food. These are really easy to hand out to anybody that may be unsure about, oh, I didn't bring food for this camping trip. You can just throw them an HDR and be like, here you go. Or just to your buddies, whatever you need to be for a longer camping trip. You're out and about for a long amount of time. These are really good to go, really easy to use, really easy to eat, and they're really affordable. So if these interest you, make sure you head on over to VentureSurplus.com because we like to keep these in stock along with other standard MREs. So your standard individual MREs, we like to carry more ration packs. Those are really good add-ons to your standard MRE if you're doing a lot more in hot weather or high altitude or cold weather. You like to carry individual entrees. And while we're looking for more and don't have any more at the time of filming, we love the cold weather MREs. So make sure if you want to get the best MRE, which is the cold weather MRE, you sign up for emails so you'll be the first to know when we get them back in stock. But other than that, hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment below what you'd like to see in the future. It is moving into cold weather season, so you can expect to see some cold weather content here soon as far as how to dress and prep and get ready for the winter as it starts to hit us faster and faster. So appreciate you watching. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you the next time.